Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is August 1st, 2024 and Barcelona are expecting an improved and better offer from Nike. Also, the club have made it very clear to Jorge Mendes that they will not be paying a single cent for the Joaos. And finally, the club have decided not to register Ronald Araujo. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and I'm bringing you this incredibly late video because I had an incredibly long day at work. I just finished work. It's 2 a.m. here, so technically it's August 2nd, but we're gonna pretend it's August 1st because I do have to cover a lot of news from yesterday. But don't worry, as soon as you're done watching this video, you will be up to date on all Barcelona news. Anyways, having said all that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys, merchandise, make sure you head to Goal Kids, Kickback, or Fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. All links are down below in the description. Now begin this video with the news that Barcelona are expecting and waiting for an improved offer from Nike. Now, as you might recall, Joan Laporta recently said during the USA preseason tour that the Nike agreement is more mid to long term. In other words, don't expect the Nike agreement to be closed anytime soon. It looks like it might end up taking a few more months. And the reason why it might take a few more months, it's reported that Barcelona are waiting and expecting for an improved offer from Nike. Now, Nike have reportedly offered Barcelona 95 million euros per season, plus 150 million euros in a signing bonus, which would be for 10 years. This would be a 10-year contract with an option to extend it for 5 more. But it seems that Barcelona still think that that's low, that the 95 million euros per season is not representative of what the Barcelona brand is worth. And as such, they want 115 million euros per season. And they are expecting these negotiations to continue over the next few months. And it's also reported that Barcelona are still negotiating with Puma. They're still trying to leverage the Puma deal with Nike to try to put pressure on Nike to improve their offer. So this explains why Barcelona have yet to close the Nike deal. And as Joan Laporta said, it's going to be mid to long term. So again, don't expect the Nike deal to be closing anytime soon. And honestly, I would much rather that Barcelona do this. I would rather that Barcelona take more months to continue negotiating and end up getting a much better deal rather than rush through it and just close it now, because that's exactly what got us in this mess to begin with. Remember, Bartomeu was in a desperate need to get cash infusion, so he rushed the negotiations when he renewed the contract with Nike back in 2018. And as a result, we ended up with this disastrous contract where Nike had been paying Barcelona around 30-40 million euros per season, and a contract that had all kinds of clauses that would punish Barcelona for not achieving certain objectives, and would mean that Nike would pay Barcelona even less money if those objectives were not met. Anyways, on to the next news, because Barcelona have reportedly told Jorge Mendes that they will not spend a single cent on bringing back the Joaos. That the only way that Barcelona are open to signing both Joaos if it would be on a simple loan, so no loan fee, no money, nothing. Just bring the players for free. We'll take care of their salary. And that's the only way that Barcelona would be willing to sign the Joaos, which of course highlights a point. You guys might remember I said the story, I think it was a couple of days ago, but I told you there was reports in England saying that Barcelona had offered Manchester City some money for Cancelo. I think it was a 7 million euro loan with an 18 million euro obligation to buy at the end of the loan. I told you that, be very hesitant of that news because it was coming straight out of England. So it could have meant that, it's just a strategy to put pressure on other clubs to try to sign Cancelo. And well, lo and behold, that story has been confirmed false. Barcelona did not offer Manchester City any money. Again, Barcelona are only open to bringing the Joaos if it's on a completely free loan. Of course, in the case of Cancelo, it will be difficult because Manchester City are looking to offload him on a permanent basis. They want 25 to 30 million euros. So Barcelona will take the long approach, the patience approach, where they're going to wait until the final days of the market to see whether Manchester City get desperate and end up sending Cancelo our way for free. Now, Cancelo has gotten the green light from Flick. Flick believes that he can get, more out of him than Joao Felix. And in the case of Joao Felix, as I told you in the past video, he could be willing to wait until the final days of the market, depending on what happens. If Barcelona cannot sign Nico or Dani Olmo, then Felix will put on hold the negotiations with Benfica and Aston Villa, wait until the final days to see whether he can come back to Barcelona, which again, Barcelona will only sign him on a free basis, on a free loan. And for that to happen, they would also have to wait until the final days of the market to see whether Atletico Madrid would get desperate, because the Madrid-based club are also looking to offload Felix on a permanent basis. Now on to the news that Barcelona have decided not to register Ronald Araujo. Now, as I reported in a previous video, under FIFA rules, if a player gets injured while doing international duty for a long period of time, FIFA then pays that club money in order to cover that injury. But also, if a player is injured for a very long time, under La Liga rules, a club is allowed to use the 80% of the space that that player's salary occupies on a wage bill in order to register other players. As you might recall, that's how Vitor Roque was registered when Gavi was injured. Barcelona used that space that Gavi's, or 80% of the space that Gavi's salary occupied on a wage bill to register Vitor Roque. And well, it seems that Barcelona will be doing the same with Ronald Araujo, where since he's not going to be coming back until probably the winter break, then Barcelona will be using 80% of the space that Araujo's salary occupies on the wage bill in order to register other players. Anyways, speaking of the financial fair play, making money, selling players, loaning players, etc., let's talk about Jorge Cuenca, because Barcelona are set to make some money from the transfer of the defender. Now, as you might recall, Jorge Cuenca was someone who came up through the academy. He was a player who showed kind of a lot of interest, but then it kind of fell through. And then he ended up getting sold to Villarreal. And well, the news now is that Villarreal have finalized the move of Jorge Cuenca to Fulham. And you might say, why do we care about Villarreal selling one of their players? And well, we care because when Barcelona sold Jorge Cuenca to Villarreal, they retained a 20% of any future sales, or 20% right up to any future sales. And it's reported that Villarreal have finalized this move for 6.5 million euros fixed plus 1.5 million euros in variables. So that's around an 8 million euro operation. So Barcelona are set to receive around, I want to say 1.5 million euros from the transfer of Cuenca from Villarreal to Fulham, which of course, given the club's financial situation, every little bit counts. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did upload a video a few minutes ago. Don't forget to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, Barca.